Alright, so first things first, we gotta put on the headphones. Just double check that you can hear me. I'm gonna go over here and do a quick sound check just to make sure that everything's showcasing. Should be able to turn down the volume here just to make sure that you can hear me. This is a song by NAHX. They're really predominant on the beta software behind the scenes of YouTube. I'll bring that over here. I'm kind of looking at my creator music and I really like using NAHX. So I'll screen share here real quick just to show you what I'm looking at. But NAHX is something I've been using pretty consistently over the last couple of years to do I don't know, maybe just like my bridge, right? I'm a Packer fan, and Jordan Love is quite the, it's synchronistic with my message, what I want to convey as a matter of my channel. Never Again Hate Anything came before Jordan Love by quite a few years, and it's been amazing to see kind of this progression of that storyline and really seeing the NFL as a whole kind of become what it's becoming in a certain extent of things. But I found this song called Go right here. And of course I put a heart on it, right? And I downloaded it. So I just wanted to, in this video, maybe outline the creative process as a YouTuber, aspiring YouTuber. Some of the software that I use, and so forth. So I'm not sure exactly. I put up a new logo for my Zoom up here, or for my logo rather up in the corner. If you can see that up there and beyond. So let me just get rid of this and I'll show you the software. So I'm using Wondershare Filmora. It's a beautiful little piece of software because back when, way long before Adobe really transitioned into the full scope of their deviousness, let's say, whenever everything went online and they started having everybody have to purchase a monthly subscription plan, and it's a linkage instantaneously into the creative process for individuals in order to rip what we're trying to create away. I was able to buy this software on a lifetime warranty or a lifetime ownership for like $50. And obviously it was a lot more simple. I just downloaded the newest version, so I haven't really seen this, but really all that they do is improve certain softwares, certain options, and then unfortunately now they're kind of like improving all this new paid for stuff, this edition stuff that's kind of like effects and whatever over top. But this is where I can come in and kind of dive through my desktop and look for the resources of which I've been kind of searching for over all these months and kind of growing into my 2024 projects, right? Under my NAHX umbrella, I have a Chakrateer group. So there's like some stuff for my meditation, some basic stuff, but really under 2024, these are like my objectives. So I've got Book of NAHX Volume 2, Part 2 resources. I have my original Book of NAHX resources. Some of those interviews I've been putting up on my YouTube channel here. The long meditation audio clips I put in here, and where like all that music is and derived, so that I could derive those back into like this list of MP3s and stuff. So I've been spending my time this year really doing those meditations, but it's in the preparation. I use this software to be better at my audio, and that's been great. But really what it comes down to here is for the Packers and all these like little resources. So NAHX 2023, this song, NAHX, got instituted here back in, let's look. I'm not sure exactly when I did this, but if I look at the details of those, a lot of it was in January. So January 5th, January 1st, like I was working on this around the new year. And of course that was going into the playoffs, and Now, what we're trying to do, if anything, is I went and downloaded Go. So let's go ahead and X that out from there. Go to Desktop NAHX 2024 Packers. Put it in here. So now when I go back over to my software, let's say, I'll go open that and download it. Now it's an actual audio-based track. So anything I want to outline, right? It's really simple. It's pretty straightforward when you become like an editor, video editor, and so forth. But it's like, what do I want to utilize? What resources do I also need additionally with this bass track? And what I love, what comes to mind instantly with the Go, right? And if you haven't listened to the actual instrument, you've listened to the instrumentals, what we were just listening to, but the lyrics of it, obviously Go. It's like this repetition of go, 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 go. And it's like, okay, my instant thought is, how do I do this as a packer thing? It's like, go, packer shot, go, packer shot, go, packer shot. So this is the beauty of this, where I already have all this history plays. So now that also includes Aaron Rodgers, which is nice. Some old Brett Favre stuff. Some Sterling Sharp highlights. Just all of our Green Bay Packer alumnists of the ancients. Not ancient, but you know what I mean, like the history. Green Bay is a historical space. And all I want to do here is what I've been able to rip also from what was and is Green Bay Packers YouTube channel. So when you go into some of their playlists, they have all these resources and such. So I've like recorded plays, and then at the end of this, like, there's just so much. We've got the rookie class to break in. We've got some interviews and some things that might be dated at this point, but then we have these memorable moments that were sponsored by Oneida, right? So I can picture it in my mind, but I really don't know what this final project is. All I know is like the start. All I know is that this is a beginning. So from where am I getting my resources? Well, straight from the source is the best place. Especially at this point when, like, you know, on a year in, year out basis, season by season basis, there's like a relationship, you know. All this software is essentially linked to the internet. The Internet of Things is quite large. So if there's a relationship at all, or I'm not, let's say, essentially invisible, then when I turn on this and I go live and I use my software here to record something, NAHX as a brand gets to come to the surface. Like, that's the part of me. This is like the other side, the alter ego, the person that wants to be creative, the person that really wants to dive into my sacral chakra. Who have I become over time by using NAHX? Which person do I like better, Joshua or NAHX? I don't know. It's kind of an up and down thing. But when it comes to the season, when it comes to like this late push, when it comes to going into the conclusion of the summer into fall, where holidays become more imperative and, you know, resources of that nature become bigger, I get to use this Snagit software. Snagit is I have a 2019 version, and this allows me to utilize my software to kind of rip things off of the internet by recording, screen recording. And again, another piece of very simple software that if I use it to record this desktop audio, then I can also piece together other things. And this is usually where I cross that invisible line between my own creativity and, let's say, copyright infringement. Because as an editor, and I'm not necessarily going out using the camera I'm using here to record myself, I'm ripping different pieces of movies, of music videos, of songs, audio that I otherwise can't find a download resource for. This is where the dings on the channel get. This is what prevents me from being under the scope of a YouTuber, prevents me from income or monetization. So again, back to the studio, the back end of YouTube Studio here. NAHX Studios. I'm just gonna try my best, at least with this one. And again, I'm not gonna get very far because, quote, algorithm, end quote. Unless it's like this master project and completion of something, there's not a green light still with my channel when it comes to the things that I want to communicate most essentially. But here, when I look at prices at 0, this with the band and the musician that I want to purview, 1, 2, 3, 4 down is go. Because it's dramatic, it's funky, it's angry, it's got that vibe, right? And it's hip hop. So all these like little elements of what I really want out of this. So let's see what we can go and do with these elements. Again, I've got those resources downloaded in here, and this is a pretty basic showcase of how I really want to go about doing this. So that was what I just recorded. If I go over here to NAHX, I have the song recorded, and I need to file save. So this is actually not being recorded for Book of Knox. It's going for Packers, and I'll just go NAHX, go instrumental, right? Save as an MP4, it's a video file instead of an audio file like the other MP3 here. And once I now have that saved in the proper space, I can come back here. I probably need to refresh. NAHX go instrumental video file. And now that'll overlay. Let's just keep project settings as it's outlined. And obviously, as you see in like some of the video files as opposed to the audio files, there's like a little lag here to the beginning of the song. There's also usually going to be a difference in some, variations in the start. Exactly. So if you look real closely, zooming in all the way right here, use this little dial, right? That's like the timeline. It's big all the way to the beginning. I'm going to try and outline the very beginning and see if both the audio clips now, to the best of my ability, are going to overlap each other. We'll see how the integrity between the two are. I'm going to need to downgrade because these original downloads, the audio tends to be really, really tall and high pitched. So let's do something like this. And give myself like a 5-second window. Oops. Give myself like a 5-second window here. We'll clip that and see if the bridge here, if the bridge here like that and like that will give me like a quick, easy clip as far as my listening, right? So in the ear, am I going to be able to notice any offset or whatever?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still.
So it sounded pretty good as far as like the rhythm of things, right? So let's get rid of that and bring this original, the audio, all the way up to that bridge and see if I can get the original lyric coming in, that click right here, this final like pop, that sound, to stand alone. And then dial this in pretty easily. What I like to do is like kind of have a less dramatic impulse. So I'd like drag out that the instrumental anyway, to have a blend coming in, and I'd really want to conclude that blend at, like, let's say the pop. So if I bring this in and really look, where does that need to end? Probably right there. This is like the highest integrity I could really do with this software to the best of my ability. And let's just see if we're getting what we want.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Perfect. See, so I've got a bass soundtrack, a bass lyric. It doesn't go on too long, but just like a mantra. And this gives me now an opportunity to, let's say, blend in and work with the lyrics and play back and forth on the instrumental versus just the lyrics. If that makes sense, then great. If not, then whatever. But now I'll just delete this bass one, delete this beginning one. And what I really want to do is use the bass lyrics to, let's say, copy, come up here a little bit, let's bring another layer so that this continuation of the song all the way to the end gives me my full scope of lyrics. And then if I just, let's say, mute that video where it's just instrumental, at this point of the cut, and I can go through, again zooming in, let's just maximize what we have. Let's say I really want this verse, and I'll just listen to this verse. And let's zoom all the way in so we can see. And I'm really looking for my beats and different things of that nature. So let's just say here is where I want everything to exist, and this is where I want to get rid of things. And then we'll add this to there. You can kind of see when you're looking at you can really see with the audios like how long, and then once you get the time frame right, hold on, sorry, this always happens with my software as well because I'm using a pretty massive OLED TV. It fries up and wants to kick off on me. So when I'm doing recording, it's been quite atrocious, and I need to change some of my hardware probably, but it takes money to make money apparently. Give me a second. Another one of those basic problems. So now when I come back over here, I don't know what happened. There we go. And we'll kind of set where we were at. Let's just say like this is what I'm working with to go over. Again, pull this out. Let's just do a sample size within the first minute so I'm not going long. I just want to really showcase the editing capacity when it comes to the audio, the integrity of this. See how well this might match or sound with a fairly just on over the top straightforward. I don't even know what these lyrics are that I pulled out, and see what we can derive. Again, play it.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
And I apologize, I just realized I'm recording with a different element. Let me change a couple parameters so that my feedback for the mic is coming in a different way. You're probably hearing it bad. I apologize. Remember how to do this. It's been a minute. Let's see. Oh, I know where I need to do. Right here at the bottom of my computer. Let's change this so that I'm hearing it in my ear and not through those speakers. Try it now.
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
Perfect.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Instrumental. Perfect. Yeah, so there's some lag. I probably want to extend that out.
Anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Little seed with the nigga.
So I just want to maybe expand that real quick.
I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran, said no, me, I still go.
Perfect. So I'd probably extend that to the go, go, go. And I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing now.
Go, go, go.
Pack, 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 pack. Okay, so when it goes to that go, again, another thought for me. Let's go back to that 1 minute. Okay, so here's my beginning. Let's do that. We'll zoom in, and then so it says go, and then I'm looking for a little, and I'll just do this for now. Stock media, come over here, and I'll kind of, let's not do black, let's do like, again, this would be that pack iteration, or that scene, that opportunity. All I want is different just colors. So let's do a misty gray. And that misty gray will kind of represent that space of go, pack, go. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this right. Go, pack. Go, pack. Let's see. Once I get a couple of these like spaced properly, then I can copy and paste and hopefully bridge that.
Go.
Let's just do this for now. So I really know like that gap is right, so this is probably wrong. Let's kind of bring that in, and you know, it's kind of just playing with this capacity so that each time I do a copy, right? Let's just see. Okay, so every like that go, it's just, I can see that. So visually, like what I put in those spaces, I'm kind of like drawing that into a pretty awesome thing. And let's just find where that endpoint is. Sounds like right there by my ear. And we'll just give like a little room off the edge of that. So at the end of that beat. And what I'd do here is probably fade out really subtly the lyric of it right here at the really tail end, just to kind of soften that edge of sound, and then again going right back into the instrumental of it as the bass. So now that I have maybe an outline of things, and I can kind of just bridge all of that, I can do so up to that cutoff. And so anything here has no place. Any duplicates I don't need can be deleted. And then I can drop these three down so that those spaces get filled. And it's really as easy as that. It's kind of like a combination of listening and editing in conjunction with each other. So Again, now let's get rid of this piece, or at least know that there's an expansion of that verse that kind of got clipped. But now I've got kind of an instrumental window here to play with, an instrumental here to play with, a continuation here, and at which point what I'd probably do so that I can get some narrative to build in, give myself up to like, let's say 2 minutes-ish to work with. Then what I really want to do is copy, paste that, overlay it, give myself an opportunity then to extend all the way to the end of that instrumental, and let's say just look for opportunity at this to lay a lyric or something that might be missing closer to the conclusion of the song, and really like build that. So bring this one back up and in, and let's not do that, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Just find a concluding verse. And I'm just going to guesstimate right here. And then I see like a little gap right there. And what I'm going to try and do there is bridge from the instrumental back to the best of my ability into the lyric for conclusion purposes. And again, just match from the end, the instrumental with, so let's see right there, that matches more over to this. And yeah, at that peak, that's kind of right where I want to be with it. And we'll get rid of the rest. Everything else is essentially excess. Now I've turned, like, let's say a 2-minute 40-second song into something quite a bit longer. Hopefully it bridges. There's going to be a little gap here between the 2:30 and 2:35 to like blend, if you will. Give myself that opportunity to do so. But now, really all I need to do is clean up and lock, and let's lock that one for now, lock this one for now. And anytime I need to go back and edit, at this point really what I want to do or need to do is maintain the integrity of any placements that I have built on. And I'll just play this overlap and we'll see what we got.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, 'cause I grind through the climb.
Alright, so I have to stop it right there. We'll go unlock this. Still didn't get to the end of that whole verse. Pull it out all the way. So really listen for this. This is one that I have to nail.
Or the highway, and in the driveway is a nice range, 'cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain.
And then let's listen to that lyric one more time.
'Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain.
So then I faded that, just real subtle, right? Let's make it even sharper. Uh-oh, so we lost a little integrity there. Obviously it looks like that gapped down. So hopefully that cut, that placement will maintain lock. Sometimes when I move things on a single line, it adjusts further. So as you see, I've got a cut. If we want to really hear it and maintain that thing. There we go. Okay, so I have this little gappage of too much. So I'm going to come in there and get rid of that tane. I'm also going to get rid of the sharpness of that coming in, just to again soften up the audio, the hearing of that. Make sure there's nothing behind this on that line that needs some integrity. So we have to drag that all the way out to get rid of it without obstructing or diminishing the end. Obviously this one all got adjusted as well, so I need to move that out. This is like the frustrating part of the software, but it is one of those things where you're just always going to be dealing with something no matter what. Okay, and then let's lock this to the end. Yeah, there's probably going to be still some adjustment, but we got work to do at the end anyway. So let's take this bridge, make sure we're in line up here. So I notice when I'm watching that, at least now, I'm missing on a couple of those graphics. Now sometimes there's a lag, sometimes it's just not dialed in correctly or 100%, so go. So already I'm kind of getting a little bit of lag. So here, I'm gonna go ahead and move this back, unlock both these layers again, and adjust just like a smidge. So we'll go 1. I need to realign all the way through. If I zoom all the way in and go frame by frame, we'll move this over just a smidge. Now I move that one 1, I want to move this one 2, so it maintains that integrity of spacing. And if I move that in 2, this one needs to go over 1, 2, 3, and so forth. So if we just like pretend that all these are bad now, okay, and when I zoom out, I'm kind of seeing there is still a little lag right there. Let's go all the way in. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Might be just a pixel thing with my computer. So again, overlap. Save. Come over this way. And there's like more advanced things. I can group this, right? So I'll just use this as a parameter real quick. So every time I click on one, I don't have to like drag. And that kind of brings me to this conclusion. And maybe on this last one, I change that color to just something else, so I know that this is kind of the downbeat or into the next series beat. Go, 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 go. Right there is kind of where I am. It's more or less right on, but I do feel like there's kind of like a one gap. Again, with this software BS, or hardware BS. Turn my TV on again. Reset my recording video block LG screen so you can see what I'm working with. Done. Bring this back into scope. Holy cow, it's so frustrating. But anyhow, so right there, kind of toward the end, I just really want to bump these ones over a single frame and give it that opportunity to line up. Again, this is just really sensitive stuff, and it's not a final project. It's just so that I can more closely identify to the conclusion. Like and then, okay, so we're back into instrumental all the way through. So obviously we were moving a lot here. So that brought our integrity with this other part of instrumental over. And where are we at with that? See, so that's like a perfect little segue with that full gap. So right here is where I would cut, and I'd kind of soften whatever lyric it is I really want to start coming back in with. And let's fade out. Sorry, that's not what I want to do. And fade out the instrumental here within just a few seconds to give me that gappage in. In fact, I just want to, let's completely omit this, delete it, soften this so that downbeat kind of gets dramatized, and we'll expand this back just so I have that softness coming in with the lyric.
Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before.
Perfect.
And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Perfect. See, so what I like have here is kind of a full dramatic conclusion to the song, and it's going to kind of play out, and I just want to really allow that to maybe dramatically soften out to leave that strength and integrity of everything. And now that I have kind of like a full 3 minutes, right? A 3-minute battle. It's a 3-minute cut. And let's unlock, get rid of all the excess. I'm going to really bring over the quote hopeful integrity of this and record this as a single MP3. The sound is great. Obviously, those little frames. There's going to be some modification that needs to happen with the go, go, pat, go, pat, go, pat. And there's another iteration over here, obviously, where that happens again with the lyrics out.
Go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even
let's just find where that is.
I never answer to no, man, I still go.
And again, I'll just take a visual opportunity to, why is that? I don't want that. I want a free color, and then These ones with the diamond I have to pay for, so they're just samples. That's so frustrating. So go, 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 go. So I kind of like that right here, but again with those instrumentals, where's our last integrity based overlap? I guess ultimately it doesn't fully matter, but what I want to do is maybe get rid of all that excess. I kind of like the instrumental conclusion over with the grunts and everything else. It looks like maybe right-ish there, and utilize this as kind of my bridge out and get rid of the lyric of this. So again, if I make a marker at that, just cut at the end markers, cut at the end markers, bridge it. Again, let's just cut the ends all the way out, soften that ending again with the audio delay, and really shrink this one in as well so that the transition goes. There's a little bit of a lag. You can kind of hear it, feel it. I think I can even see it right here. So zoom in all the way and bring this over to right there. It feels about right, looks about right. See if it sounds about right. No, it's a little too soon. So where I'm looking at is the piece right there, where that is. Such a tedious process sometimes when we get too zoomed in on things, but let's hear it again. Try this. Yeah, I feel like there's still like a bit too much on that end of things. So let's really zoom in. Bring this over. I don't think it's off by that much. There is just a little gap. Just gone too far there. Okay. Go. I can't tell where exactly that is. It's such a variance, and I've gotten kind of off track. Go. That sounded good. Perfect. Okay, so. I know so go. Perfect. Okay, so all I really need to do right here is make sure, of course, we're blacking out, fading out, and just getting rid of everything graphically. This is a baseline of just the audio edit. Obviously, this is so I can expand and contract. There's a lot easier ways to do this with Adobe and using their software. The problem is I end up paying a fortune for it and fighting the uphill battle. Becoming a qualified creator is quite a process, a dubious one. With the structure, and as you'll see maybe in another video I might do future, is like piecing together the video over that. No matter what, if this audio is free on the studio, and I export this, I'll just show you real quick how to do. Just put this as, say, Packers hype 2024, and then edit audio edit 1. So let's just say that, make sure we're saving it to the right 2024 here, Packers. Let's just do a new one since we're starting a new project for the year. I'll just put this training camp, so I know that this is what I worked on during training camp. Put it there, select folder, export that. Remove paid assets. So this is kind of giving me an opportunity to just lay over everything, listen to it on a couple devices with the audio, demonstrate to myself which audio devices it might work on. Obviously that edited really quick when I have a pretty powerful PC compared to some of the others I've used in the past. I mostly just downloaded the newest version, but it's also just a basic MP4. And to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it and saying it out loud, I might want to come back here and thank it for doing that, but that was exporting as an MP4. I might also just want this as a MP3. So come down here, change that. Still it's audio edit 1, it'll just be a different file format. Let's export it just under that real quick. I don't know why it keeps asking me this. This is the frustrating part of buying software for cheap over years. Like, they just keep trying to push stuff at me. But yeah, in 5-6 seconds, I'm going to be able to have that MP3 track. And the reason I really want the integrity of an MP3 track is what I'm going to do is file, save project as. We'll go again where we work in training camp. Packers, sorry, 2024 training camp and audio edit 1. So it hopefully will match up. And then this is where I need to get better with my editing myself, is just following that file structure so that my name structures match the file structure like a program. And all I can do after that is really kind of narrow the field and change maybe that extension out to like what I want to do outside of that audio within the video, so I can maybe get to the right type of numerology, right? Because one of the cool parts with editing and a final upload, for example, is how long it is. So I have a little bit of a bridge. I really like to make cuts at like the 3 minutes 33 seconds or some type of number. It's also a subtle little nod to the undercurrent of who I'm communicating to, who the audience is, blah blah blah. An iteration, like a 4 minutes and 10 seconds, right? So like for Jordan Love, 4:10, for example, would be one example. Or a 3-2-2 is a pretty common conclusion one for reasons I'm not going to get into for the sake of this video. But all in all, it's like, it's really kind of an interesting game that we get to play as editors on the back tail end of things. Because now I'll just basically go file, new project, go back to that default, and now what I'm importing is training camp, Packers hype 2024, audio track, and let's start playing with this. And there's pretty decent cool stuff in here also with the audio settings where I can do an audio adjustment, like an auto normalization. So hopefully that'll have the main integrity of the sound get bridged all together, make sure I don't have any gaps or missing files. It's like all a pretty consistent thing. And let's take that 3-minute round of audio and play it, see what we think.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
I'm gonna pump up the audio here just a bit so you can hear that full integrity.
Go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, 'cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. Anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Build a seed with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
See, so this is kind of like that opportunity for me to use like some elements of other audio in these instrumental pockets. Really build this video stream or scheme rather over top, and make my cuts and edits and really finalize that video piecing together. Oh, that's really cool. Like to have that in the instrumental, they actually gave me that. Oh, I can also start piecing together some of the effects that I might want to use in certain elements and parts of this. Once I really get an underlay of video options, those effects will distort it.
Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Perfect. All right, so that's what I've got. That's what I'll leave with. We'll go back just to showcase and finalize this. So what am I really working with? I'm working with my logo. I'm working with this bridge between NAHX, right? The opening of the door. There's like some subtle things in this song. It's a really cool alliteration of go, pack. And then I really want to build out what it becomes a music video, you know? What becomes some version of my my brand, so that over time, in the long run, hopefully that becomes something to launch into my master project of the year. We'll see what happens, but congratulations! This off season's been quite incredible. Between our last loss to San Francisco, you know, to now, right? And it'll be a pretty amazing project and opportunity for me to upload this, get us started, see what the feedback is on this project, knowing that everything's connected to the Internet of Things, and start listening again, listening intently to a Monday morning. But this is the software I use. This is where I've landed in my acceptance of the limitations of building a brand. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Look forward to seeing you in the near future. We'll catch up with you soon. Peace be with you.